This is Dr. Pietro Aparicio from 72 Dragons. Today is day 11 of the Cannes Film Festival and the Marché du Film. Consciousness and creation is the topic of one of the Cannes Film Festival programs. Not every scene that happens in cinema can be created in a scientific lab, said Anil Seth. What happens when a neuroscientist and a filmmaker get together to talk about storytelling? Scientific insights might inform the process of filmmaking, and science itself can be guided by the arts. Does storytelling have the power to change the perceptions of audiences? Two great speakers share their thoughts on these topics. Tamara Tatishvili, head of Medici, functioned as the moderator. Anil Seth is professor of cognitive and computational neuroscience at the University of Sussex. Idiko Eniedi, award winner and Oscar-nominated film director, has started her career as a concept and media artist. Her films have won many awards. The question that pops in every child's mind is, who am I? And what does it mean to be alive? This is exactly the same question Anil asked in this conference, and that he ended up pursuing that question through psychology and neuroscience. As per Anil, the day-to-day business of science is kind of a storytelling in itself, which performs a dance with nature and tries to conclude the narrative in conjunction with nature. In this conference, we learned that storytelling has always shadowed consciousness. It literally displays the mind's imagination into pictures and thoughts that are delivered as storytelling. Most of the time, we don't question the reality because it seems real enough, but the perception that you have may not be the reality, and the question arises, what is real? A lot of new studies suggest that sensory signals are coming from outside in and not the other way around, while perception signals are flowing from inside out. For example, when we see a cloud, we start imagining a familiar shape or face. That is because our brain's predictive mechanism starts to paint a picture to make that unidentified shape into a more of a believable shape. Seth also says that we are living in a manipulative reality, but not entirely, because it is not clear as to what is for our grasp and what is not. We can change our mind about the social conventions, but we cannot change our mind about the reality. He ended the conversation by saying that the consciousness will remain up for debate, and it is surrounded by perception, and perception is always constructive because it is biased, because it depends from mind to mind. The concept of collective unconscious came up during the conversations. The collective unconscious was described by Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology. He argued that the collective unconscious had profound influence on the lives of individuals who lived out its symbols and clothed them in meaning through their experiences. Films are populated with images and symbols that people from many walks of life identify and relate. There is still a lot more that needs to be said about films, consciousness, and the collective unconscious. Let me finish by sharing this quote. Medicine and art have a common goal: to complete what nature cannot bring to a finish, to reach the ideal, to heal creation. This is done by paying attention. The physician attends the patient, the artist attends nature. If you are attentive in looking, in listening, and in waiting, then sooner or later, something in the depth of ourself will respond. Art, like medicine, is not an arrival, it's a search. This is why perhaps we call medicine itself an art. N. Therese Southgate, physician and former deputy editor of the Journal of the American Medical Association. Thank you.